Peppa Pig looks like one of the most innocent children's shows ever made. Bright colors, happy families, and simple stories, but what if I told you this cheerful little world might actually be hiding some dark secrets? Over the years, fans have uncovered strange patterns, missing characters, and bizarre details that don't quite add up. And once you notice them, you can't unsee them. From characters that mysteriously vanish, to conspiracies about cloning, and even questions about whether some characters are who they claim to be, this world might not be as innocent as it seems.
Let's start with something you've probably noticed, but never questioned. In the world of Peppa Pig, every single couple is made up of the same species. Mommy Pig and Daddy Pig. Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit. Mr. and Mrs. Pony. There are no crossovers, no exceptions, no families that mix species. At first, you might think this is just a design choice by the creators. But what if it isn't? What if there's an unwritten rule, or even a strict law, that says animals in this universe can only marry their own kind? If that's true, then it creates a terrifying problem. Think about Peppa and Suzy Sheep. They're best friends, but if this rule really exists, then they might never be able to find partners. Why? Because so far we've only seen one pig family and one sheep family. Unless new families suddenly show up, Peppa and Suzy could be destined to stay single forever. It raises the question, is their world trying to control who they can love? Or is there something much darker happening behind the scenes? And speaking of dark, some fans noticed a character who quietly disappeared without explanation. Carol Cow. She first appeared in Mr. Potato's Christmas show and popped up a few times afterward. She was often seen beside Mrs. Cow, who everyone assumed was her mom. But then, out of nowhere, Carol vanished from the show. Here's the strangest part. She didn't even show up at her own mother's wedding. When Mrs. Cow married Mr. Bull, Carol Cow was nowhere to be seen. Imagine that. Your mom's wedding, and you're just missing from existence. If she really is Mrs. Cow's daughter, then technically she should now be Mr. Bull's stepdaughter. Yet, the two have never appeared together. It's like she was erased from Peppa Pig's world. So, what happened? Was she simply written out and forgotten? Or was she deliberately removed because of something the show doesn't want us to know? But Carol isn't the only strange disappearance. Let's zoom back out for a moment. Have you noticed how many rabbit families there are? Or how many ponies? There are tons of them. Whole communities of rabbits and ponies living alongside the main characters. But when it comes to pigs, it's just Peppa's family. We've seen her parents, her grandparents, her cousin Chloe, and Alexander. But beyond them, nothing. No other pig families shopping in town. No other pigs in the background when they travel. It's like Peppa's family is the only one left. This leads to some chilling theories. One suggests that something happened in the past. Some kind of event that wiped out the rest of the pig population, leaving only Peppa's family behind. Another theory is that the pigs are deliberately kept isolated from the rest of the animal society, for reasons we may never know. Either way, it's strange how every other species is abundant. But the pigs? Just one family, standing alone. And when things get lonely, sometimes toys start to feel a little too real. Peppa's favorite toy is her teddy bear. Cute, right? Except, fans have noticed something unsettling about Teddy. In multiple episodes, Teddy doesn't just sit there. Teddy seems to move, disappear, and even communicate. In Doll Hospital, Peppa acts as though she can hear Teddy's voice. In Teddy's Day Out, she asks the toy to promise not to disappear again. That's not just plain pretend, that's treating the toy like it has a will of its own. Even stranger, Teddy frequently runs away from Peppa, almost like it doesn't want to stay with her. Could Teddy actually be alive? Could Peppa be the only one who knows the truth? The idea of a living toy hiding in plain sight makes this innocent bear a lot creepier than it first appears. But as weird as that sounds, it's nothing compared to the truth about Edmund Elephant. Edmund is only 2 years old, and yet he's smarter than most adults. He knows advanced science, debates with teachers, and acts like a genius beyond his years. On the surface, this looks like a funny joke, but think about it. How could a 2-year-old possibly know this much? Even a genius child wouldn't have the time or ability to learn everything Edmund knows. Some fans believe this is proof that Edmund isn't really a child at all. The evidence? Time doesn't move in Peppa's universe. There have been 6 Christmas specials, yet none of the characters ever age. Then there's Grandpa Rabbit, the only other character who knows deep science. He's over 100 years old. The theory suggests Edmund is actually ancient, just like Grandpa Rabbit, but disguising himself as a child. He stays in Peppa's class to avoid suspicion, but his knowledge reveals the truth. He's not a toddler. He's something much older, and that's not the only character who might be pretending to be something they're not. In a world where all the main characters are animals, one stands out like a sore thumb. Mr. Potato. He's a vegetable. He walks, talks, and even has a superhero version, Super Potato. At first, this seems silly, but look closer. Why is a potato a celebrity in an animal-run world? Even stranger, Mr. Potato constantly tells everyone to eat more vegetables. But if he really is a vegetable, isn't that basically him encouraging cannibalism? Unless, of course, he's not really a potato. Some fans think he's actually a human or an animal wearing a suit. His real job? To push an agenda on the population, to promote eating habits, to distract from the truth. And Super Potato? If he really had powers, why does he only exist on TV? Why not help solve real problems in the town? Could it be that he's nothing more than a fake personality, an act created to control the citizens of Peppa's world? Grandpa Pig might seem like a harmless old man who loves gardening. But look closer. He's always wearing that sailor hat, almost like he never left his old life behind. He still sails boats, but he never talks about his past on the sea. Not once? What kind of sailor was he? What did he see? And then there's the attic. Grandma Pig keeps telling him to throw things away, but he refuses. Why? Could he be hiding something from his family? Maybe maps, documents, or even evidence of something he doesn't want anyone else to know about. It's possible Grandpa Pig's quiet retirement is a cover for a much darker past. But even that pales compared to what might be going on with Suzy Sheep. This is one of the strangest theories. Suzy Sheep might actually be a clone. Think about it. Her pajamas have an anchor symbol, the same anchor you see on Grandpa Rabbit's hat. That's a pretty specific detail to be a coincidence. And here's where it gets weirder. There are no male characters in Suzy's family. None. Just her mother and grandmother. The theory suggests Grandpa Rabbit, who's known for his experiments, may have cloned Suzy and her family. That would explain why Suzy looks so much like her mom and grandmother, because they're all genetic copies. And the anchor symbol? A hidden signature left by the one who created them. But while Grandpa Rabbit might have built a clone, Mr. Bull might be building something else. A scam. Mr. Bull is everywhere. He's always fixing roads, digging holes, or repairing the school roof. But have you noticed something? The problems never get fixed. The school roof keeps leaking, even though Mr. Bull is constantly repairing it. He's always around, even when there's no real reason for him to be there. Some fans believe Mr. Bull is deliberately creating problems so he can get paid to fix them. In other words, he's running a scam on the entire town. The constant construction, the never-ending repairs. It could all be a cover for his real scheme, making money by breaking things just so he can fix them again. But if Mr. Bull is a scammer, Miss Rabbit might be something much bigger. Miss Rabbit is everywhere. She drives buses, runs shops, flies helicopters, and even works at the TV station. But have you noticed where she always shows up? Around the pig family. No matter what job she has, somehow, she's always nearby when Peppa and her family are around. That can't be a coincidence. Some fans believe Miss Rabbit is actually a government spy, assigned to watch the pig family. In the TV station episode, there's even a moment where it's revealed Peppa is constantly being filmed. Suzy watches her on screen, as if Peppa's life is already under surveillance. So maybe Miss Rabbit isn't just a hard-working citizen. Maybe she's an agent, keeping tabs on the only pig family left. When you look at all these theories together, Peppa Pig's world suddenly doesn't feel so innocent. A universe where species can't mix, where characters disappear without explanation, where clones, spies, and secret pasts lurk beneath the surface. From Carol Cow's vanishing act, to Teddy possibly being alive, to Grandpa Pig hiding secrets in his attic. Suddenly, this isn't just a cheerful kids' show anymore. The big question is, why? Why would the creators build a world so full of strange mysteries? Maybe it's all coincidence, or maybe it's a coded message designed for adults to uncover. After all, what if Peppa Pig was never meant to be just a children's cartoon, but a puzzle hiding in plain sight?